Hey guys, this is Ramsey from Nova Hypnosis and Wellness. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of the reasons that it's really difficult to change ourselves. And on a previous video, I had discussed the fact that we can't surprise ourselves. And because we can't surprise ourselves, we're not able to create that change that is got a lot of leverage to it and a lot of emotional consequence. So that's kind of a sister topic. What I wanted to share with you today is another component of it, why it's really difficult to change ourselves. And that is because most of us try to approach things from a place of rational and logical thought. You know, we're validated constantly through our rational brain. And a lot of times we look at people who are, what's the best way to say it? We look at people who are kind of emotional, as if something's wrong with them, or why are you crying, or why are you speaking so loudly, or why are you gesticulating? And that's really a disservice that we're doing to those other people, because really what they're doing is they're connecting with their feeling, and the feeling is the location, and it's the conduit through which you can make the change. So a person can have all sorts of smarts and intellect and knowledge, but if they keep it all in their intellectual brain and their cognitive brain, the one that can watch someone do something and then learn through just rote memorization, or learn through watching someone else, that is one form of learning. The next form of learning down is when you apply some kind of emotional consequence to it. When I say emotional consequence, can be fear. Many times we do things, and where you do them from a place of fear, we avoid things. We avoid being criticized. We avoid contentious topics. That's something that happens strangely, in our democratic culture. Now we have a great fear of bringing up, political issues and religious issues and stuff like that. Everybody's gets very adamant and very emotional about it. That is the location. Your emotion is the location where the change will occur. So if you can allow yourself to feel something, then you can actually create a transformation. I like to use the word image of like a blacksmith who's working on a piece of metal, and they put the metal into the hot oven or the kiln, and or kiln is for pottery, into the oven, warm it up. When you put the metal into the oven and you warm it up, it's malleable. Now you can hit it, and you can hammer it, and you can reshape it into something different. What ends up happening more often than not is people try to take that metal. That metal is cold, and the metal's not gone into the oven yet, and they're sitting there hammering it and trying to make that metal turn into something different, like shape it into a sword or to a fence post or whatever they're trying to work on. It is impossible. And you can actually break the metal when you're trying to do that. So it's not going to shape itself into something that you want. It's not going to transform when the metal's cold. Metal's cold is a metaphor for a person trying to approach something from a very rational, logical perspective. It reminds me of the character from Star Trek, Spock. He tries to approach everything from a very logical perspective, and the Captain Kirk was, he's very emphatic and very emotional. He was always trying to get Spock to think about something and connect with his feelings, and he was just unable to do that until the very end. I think he shed a tear at the end. Anyway, back to the blacksmith analogy. What you find is that people are trying to shape their metal. They're trying to change and transform when their metal's cold. They're trying to use their intellectual brain. You got to feel the experience first. You have to give that experience some kind of life inside of you. And when you're aware that there's something happening in you, that's when that metal heats up. And then when it's heated up, that's when you can shape it. You can hammer it into something different. So first element, you can't surprise yourself. It's really, I mean, when I say really, I mean, it's like almost impossible to surprise yourself, because you already know what you're thinking, and you already know what you're thinking based off of the filters that you have in your mind. Second thing is, most people try to make change at an intellectual level. It will never happen at that level. It won't be lasting. And that's one of the reasons that willpower doesn't work, because people, they know what they should do. They know what their, the path to their success. They just don't do it. It's not because of willpower. It's not because of a lack of smarts. It's just that transformation has not been tied to some kind of emotional level. Hope you enjoyed this video. please reach out, keep sending the questions in, and we'll be happy to answer them. And I look forward to sharing more information with you. Take care. Have a good day.